Coach, thank you so much for joining me. Coming off of last night's 100-plus point performance against USC Aiken in a battle for first place in the Peach Belt Conference. It was neon night last night. I just want to get you overall reactions of the crowd and how energetic it was, and I'm sure your players really fed off it.
Yeah, the crowd and the communities gives us a great push throughout the games. When we get things going, that energy, the guys can feel it. The bench really gets into it, and it's just a great atmosphere. We have probably the best attendance throughout the PBC, and I'm super proud of that, and it helps us throughout the games.
Absolutely. I think after watching some film last night, it seemed that the guys played a complete game, listened to your game plan, especially the adjustments in the second half. What is your overall reaction after reflecting on last night's game?
We were just a lot more focused this game. First half, Aiken's a really good team, and they came out fighting, and so did we. In the second half, made some adjustments. They listened, executed, and things went well.
I think you might be a lot pleased with the way the bench played. 43 bench points. Just adding on the fact that you guys have a starting 10 rather than a starting 5.
Yeah, for sure. I never worry about who was subbing in. It's just making sure that they go in and execute. They're great players. We're talented 1 through 10, and having that depth really helps.
You talk about execution. It seemed that the offense, it was just fluid. Nothing was really disrupting them. They were making the extra pass, making the right decisions, shooting 57% from the field and 45% from beyond the arc. I guess talk about the fluidity and how I guess there's so much flow in the offense.
There's a lot of freedom within our offense, so the guys just really, they take hold of that, and they know how to execute, but when they have that freedom to take what the defense is giving them, make the right reads, make the right passes, make that extra pass, nobody's selfish, it really shows throughout the game with those 28 assists.
Is that something that is one of the values of the team, playing selflessly?
Oh yeah, for sure. We recruit guys not just, just not off your talent, but just how you are as a character. And we have very high character guys, and that relates, to the court. If you're a selfish person off the court, you're probably gonna be selfish on the court. So, having guys that's very selfless and wants to share the ball, wants to win, knowing that it's a team game, really helps.
I think someone who really stood out last night was Sean Kirk. Now, when he comes in, he brings in a lot of energy. But the fact that he was very efficient from the floor, 8 of 12, 17 points off the bench. I guess speak about his performance and how big of an impact he had last night.
Yeah, Sean's finding his rhythm. He's a very talented player. He comes in, just like you said, brings a spark. He's very athletic, very skilled. He can, get to the rim. He's like I say, he's very athletic. He gets the crowd really into it with blocks, dunks, this, that, and the third. But when he's shooting, that well, being very efficient, it definitely helps.
What can you say about his journey? Starting as a freshman at NC State, things really didn't come his way. Came in as a highly touted recruit, one of the top 200 players in the country at the time. But it seems that he's trying to make the most of his opportunity here with his brother at Pembroke.
Yeah, he's really developed since he's got here. He couldn't play when he first got here. He had some academic stuff he had to take care of. Took care of that. I've been watching him mature over the years, and this year's really showing. He's a great kid on and off the court, but just him, getting comfortable with the system and understanding the offense definitely shows throughout the season.
Now, in our next opponent in Columbus State, last time you played them was coming off the new year in January, a loss at Columbus State, but I feel like the team is different than it was back in January.
Yeah, as the season prolongs, you find out what your flaws are, try to work on those. So we'll be ready for Columbus. Columbus is a very talented team. They got some good guards, good bigs. They played very hard at their spot. I expect them to play hard here, and it should be a battle.
I think one of the things that you've improved upon since that last matchup was closing out and executing, especially late in the second half. Columbus State took a lead late in the second half and eventually won that game. I guess talk about late game execution on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, something I've preached throughout the season. At first, we had problems, starting games well. We got down early, then we had to dig ourselves out of a hole. Then it became, we got to finish games. So the guys, it's been a journey throughout the year. We're learning more and more about each other and about ourselves. And they've learned that when the game's getting close, we got to execute. Our offense is it's not very complex, but we do have a lot of offense, and we can execute. And if we execute, everybody has a hard time guarding us.
I think that's another point about last night's game, the fact that it was a back and forth in the first half, but the guys were never discouraged, even though Aiken had maybe a 3-point lead or a 5-point lead. Just talking about how locked in and focused they were.
Yeah, we've been through that all year. Just like I said, we start games slow and be down, so the guys never, really waver if we're down or up. It's a battle throughout. It's 40-minute game. You can start slow, but that's the way you finish.
Speaking on our opponent in Columbus State, they're a solid team. They're coming off a 108-point performance against Clayton State. Probably something on the defensive end you don't want to allow over 100 points. So I guess talk about how well they can execute their offense.
They're just very talented, 1 through 5. They got some guys come off the bench that's pretty talented too. They got some good shooters, guys that can attack. Their bigs are athletic. They can shoot a little bit. So defensively, we do what we're supposed to do. We'll be fine.
Landry Horton, in particular, seems like he's the catalyst of their offense. He's averaging 16 points a game this season, and in his last 4, he's had games of 19, 19, 30, and 26. That's a 23.5-point clip in his last 4. I'm sure he will be one of the main focuses on the defensive end to stop their offense.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, all 5 are good. He just has a hot hand right now. Everybody's gonna be our focus. We just need to know what everybody does well and then take it away, make them uncomfortable. So Horton's, particularly one player that we want to stop. But Givens is great. Paulden is good. They got some really good players. So it's gonna take a team effort.
Overall, my last question for you: it seems that Columbus is a scrappy type of team. They only allow 77 points, only score about 79 to 80. So it's going to be, in a way, I feel it's going to be kind of a dogfight, and it's going to be up to that one team who has that late run when it means the most late in the game.
Yeah, it just comes down to defensive rebounding. Simply for us, is we make stops, our offense will come to us, but ultimately comes down to if you can stop your opponent and make them uncomfortable, and then on the other end, executing and making great plays.
Coach, thank you so much for your time and best of luck.
Appreciate it.